Go! Remember, we were talking about mermaids, so girls, scram over the dunes there and get into your swimsuits. It's your turn now. A quick transition from the military, and they're just regular American bathing girls, ready to hit the surf.
Jane, strip cartoon heroine, or Psyche, sweetheart of the ancient Britons, is either your ideal pin-up girl. To settle the matter, visitors to a service club were shown a dozen pictures of feminine charm, from photographs to paintings by old masters, and asked which they would choose to have looking down at them from the wall.
When we think of World War II, images of soldiers, tanks, and airplanes come to mind, but behind every battlefront was another kind of weapon: beauty and morale. During the 1940s, pin-up girls became the unofficial sweethearts of the Allied forces, adorning locker doors, plane fuselages, and makeshift barracks across the world. Today, we're revisiting the vintage photos of World War II pin-up girls that were not suitable for all ages, but were essential to keeping morale alive. The golden age of the pin-up.
Me? Sure, I'm decent.
By the early 1940s, the concept of the pinup had transformed from a risque novelty into a cultural phenomenon. These portraits were often a blend of glamour and innocence, a visual reprieve for soldiers living through unimaginable conditions. With America entering the war after the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, the government unofficially sanctioned pinups to lift the spirits of men stationed overseas. It was the golden age of pinups, a time when beauty was patriotism and a smile could be as vital as ammunition. These images were distributed in magazines, calendars, and even hand-painted on the sides of aircraft. They represented not just the allure of femininity, but the American ideal: confident, playful, and unbroken. When troops looked at Rita Hayworth, Lana Turner, or Betty Grable, they saw reminders of home and what they were fighting to protect. Pin-up art often blurred the line between suggestive and wholesome, making them suitable for nearly every audience of the time, though today they might raise a few eyebrows. Rita Hayworth, often called the Love Goddess, was among the most celebrated pin-up girls of World War II. Her photographs traveled across the Pacific, adorning barracks and airfields alike. Her image was not only a symbol of beauty, but also of hope, as both of her brothers served in the war. She actively supported the military effort, sending war bonds and visiting troops. In an era where movie stars were elevated to near-mythic status, Hayworth embodied the perfect mix of sensuality and sincerity, embodying the morale-boosting spirit of the pinup movement. Lana Turner followed closely behind as one of Hollywood's most luminous stars. Appearing in films like Ziegfeld Girl and Johnny Eager, her on-screen presence was alluring yet accessible, giving her broad appeal to servicemen who saw her as both glamorous and girl next door. As her photos circulated among the troops, Turner became not just an actress, but a symbol of American femininity. Elegant yet relatable, embodying the comforts of home during wartime. Vivien Leigh and Marlene Dietrich also captured hearts across the globe, though in different ways. Leigh, known for her grace and the unforgettable Gone with the Wind, was admired for her timeless beauty and poise. Dietrich, on the other hand, represented something more daring. She actively performed for Allied soldiers, defying Nazi Germany and risking her own safety to support the war effort. Her sultry performances and anti-fascist stance made her both a hero and an icon, proving that pinup girls could also be political forces. The face of a generation.
The photographer told me you would like this one the best, because I'm a pin-up girl. That's what they name me. I'm the kid who loves you all. Don't be shy. Come on and frame me. Stick me in your locker or against the wall.
If one woman could be called the definitive face of World War II pinups, it was Betty Grable. Her famous photograph, showing her smiling over her shoulder in a white bathing suit, became the most requested image among U.S. servicemen. 20th Century Fox reportedly distributed over 5 million copies of that single photo. It wasn't just about beauty. Grable symbolized optimism, joy, and the belief that life beyond the war was worth fighting for. Her fame was so immense she became the highest-paid woman in America after the war, earning $300,000 a year. Carol Landis, affectionately known as the Ping Girl, was another favorite. Her curvy figure and effervescent personality made her a staple of wartime glamour. Landis was deeply devoted to the troops, traveling extensively to perform and boost morale. Tragically, her life was cut short, but her image remains frozen in time as a reminder of the era's spirit. Lucille Ball, long before becoming a household name for I Love Lucy, was also a beloved pinup girl. Her striking red hair and playful smile made her stand out among the era's beauties. Though her comedic genius would later define her legacy, during the war she was seen as a patriotic figure, representing laughter and charm during uncertain times. Veronica Lake, another name synonymous with the 1940s, gained fame for her distinctive peekaboo hairstyle. But during the war, the U.S. government urged her to change it for a more practical look, encouraging women working in factories to keep their hair safe around machinery. She obliged, setting a patriotic example that went beyond glamour. Like many of her peers, Lake also raised money for war bonds and traveled across the U.S. to support troops, proving that the pinup phenomenon extended far beyond the surface. Katharine Hepburn and Jane Russell likewise became fixtures of the wartime era. Hepburn, known for her strong will and sharp intellect, captured the admiration of servicemen with her confident, independent spirit. Russell, on the other hand, became famous for her voluptuous figure and her role in The Outlaw. The film's daring promotional photos, considered too revealing for the time, nearly caused censorship battles, but it only amplified her fame. For soldiers, Russell represented the ultimate fantasy of Hollywood glamour and rebellion. Beauty and bravery. Not all pinup girls were simply models or actresses, they were also women of conviction. Ingrid Bergman, for example, was admired for her role in Casablanca, a film that resonated deeply with troops stationed overseas. Her gentle beauty and moral strength made her an ideal symbol of loyalty and love. Ida Lupino took things even further. Beyond her glamorous photos, she served as a lieutenant in the Women's Ambulance and Defense Corps during the war. Her dual identity as both a Hollywood actress and a wartime contributor made her a true inspiration to women everywhere. Lupino's service demonstrated that the women of Hollywood were not just passive icons, but active participants in the effort to defend freedom. Jean Harlow, though she died before World War II began, remained one of the most beloved pinup figures throughout the conflict. Her image, exuding old Hollywood charm and sensuality, continued to inspire admiration and nostalgia. Her posters were cherished by soldiers who had grown up seeing her films, offering comfort and continuity amid global chaos. Ginger Rogers also had a profound impact. After winning the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1941, she became one of the most admired women in America. Her combination of grace and humor made her a favorite among servicemen. Known for her dancing skills, alongside Fred Astaire, Rogers embodied the carefree joy that many longed to return to after the war ended. Greta Garbo, often described as enigmatic and distant, represented another kind of allure. Although she retired from acting early in the war, her image continued to appear on locker doors and in magazines. Garbo had played a German spy in Mata Hari a decade earlier, which added a touch of intrigue to her mystique. To many soldiers, her image evoked both danger and fascination, a reminder of the complex beauty of the world they were trying to save. Now it's time to hear from you. Which of these classic World War II pinup girls do you think had the biggest impact on history? Let us know in the comments section below.